Do you know that the worst thing that you can do is actually to drink alcohol? It's worse than any kind of pot or whatever, because when you drink, you have this auric field around you, which is your shield of God. And when you drink, you open hole here, hole there. You open the holes of your auric field, and those holes are then portals for demons to come in and feed off your energy. So this is why this is why it's so readily available. This is why it's so common. This is why it's so social. This is why it's so normal. I have a glass of wine. It became so fancy. It's so normal. Well, even for a brunch, I'm going to have a glass of wine. There is a reason, I look in the Aldi, there is a wine, $2 a bottle. Like, hello, in Australia, where a weekly rent is minimum $500, you are telling me that I can go and have a whole bottle of wine and knock myself up? Oh yeah. You think that's an accident? So that's just, one perspective. But really, it's so normal, social norm. It's like everywhere you go, it's just, and it's the number one killer, not just for your bodies, and it's not just that is the highly addictive and all of this, but also for your soul. It is detrimental for your soul. There is even said somewhere, like, there is no ascending, there is no heaven for a drunk one. And me growing up, it was all normal. Like, I don't remember like one social event or whatever. Like, I was the queen of alcohol. Everything I talk about is because I transcended it, and I never felt better. I never looked better. Like 5 years ago, I looked much older than I look now. Because it's all natural, it's all beauty, natural beauty. All when you stop actually poisoning yourself, that's all, this self-love that needs to come first. So you that actually transcend this and actually see that all those traps, they were there on purpose to suppress you, to keep you suppressed, because the alcohol is number one thing that is keeping you in a loop. And the worst of all, it's, like, most of the traps are for the people like you and me, highly spiritual people. This is why we always needed, why people go to drugs, alcohol, and all these things, to numb down, to compensate, to feel happy, because we always felt something is missing, and then they give you, their take some pill, and then you are off with a prescription pills or whatever, and because when you heal, you seal, and when you heal, your field gets cleared up, and it gets higher, and it gets moving on your high frequency scale, and life becomes better and better and better and better. When you drink alcohol, it's going to take a day or two to fill up those holes. But, some people are drinking every night. Just glass of wine and post a photo, and, it's becoming, fashionable. Nothing fashionable about it. It's the biggest trap that you can do to your soul. And it's the thing that's going to keep you in a loop. It's the thing that's going to keep you suppressed, like any drugs, the pot, whatever it is, even the pot is not so harmful, but it's going to keep you insecure. It's going to keep you suppressed. It's going to, it's not going to allow you to open up really to the full potential of who you are, and it's really simple to transcend all these things, such as alcohol and everything, if you just start moving on this higher scale. If you just transcend it, the ways to transcend it, to see for what it is, and to get really sober and to enjoy this natural high on life. You know, I'm naturally high on life. Like if I were now to get something to drink, it will put me down, and I would not love that I'm not in a control and everything else. You know, where before I imagined, oh, it gives you false confidence, it gives you all these things, and then, you know, if you take any kind of drugs, you know, it gives you a little bit high, but then it takes all of it back and plus some more, you know, and you're gonna suffer. Your soul is gonna suffer. You're never gonna move forward. And if there is at least one reason, you know, for you to quit poisoning yourself, to quit killing yourself, because that's the number one sin that you can do, the worst case, you know, the worst thing that you can do. And if it's only, you know, if you really understand that really you cannot afford allowing demons into your field and taking you for a ride, and you feeling hangover, and you feeling you know, embarrassed of what you did, you know, these times people, you know, get drunk and get online and all sorts of things, you know, because that's what demons do, you know. They're gonna take you for a ride, and then they're gonna discard you next to the road, and when you're gonna cry and suffer, they're just gonna laugh at you, because that's what they do. And you know, so are you food for parasites? Because all this time we have problems over here with the parasites, believe it or not. It's with the parasites, etheric parasites, all of these kind of demons and dark things infiltrated everywhere, even through your technology and all of these things. It was all artificially created. It's actually antimatter and all these things, and it's your job, it's your duty to clear your field, to we are light, and you need to be doing things for the light. You know, you are pro-life, you are not pro-that. You know, if you are killing yourself with anything, like, what's your poison? Well, you are not being a light being, you're actually playing for the other team, and you're killing yourself, and that's not gonna end well. Because at the end of the day, you know, so far every death is a suicide. And so and you know, like because every death is a suicide, because right on the end of the day you get a cancer of this or cancer of that, but it's all because you're poisoning yourself, and you're being poisoned as well, but then you're doing it additional to yourself. Is like a voila. Right? So taking this responsibility, there is solution to everything. And you know, being pro-life, you know, and start playing for the light, and you know, allow darkness to fall on itself, which is happening right now. And think about next time when you're drinking, and choose something better for yourself, because that's not gonna bring you anything good. And I can tell you from the first hand that I never felt better in my whole life, never felt more confident, never felt more beautiful. Really. People are like, what are you doing? Well, I'm just, you know, eating a good, healthy, plant-based food, and, you know, enjoying my life, being nice to myself, right? And all these things. So there you have it, guys. And there is a video you will want to see how to clear your field, how to give the commands to your field, so that you can work with your energy efficiently, and help yourself heal. When you seal, you heal. You don't want those. There is also a video on this channel, your wounds are demon portals. So that's also, you know, what you have to, you can watch. I can link it here. So your wounds are demons portals. So this is also something that you will want to see, because your wounds as well, right? You want to heal, not to numb yourself down with various poisons, right? From the other side. They're all coming from the other side, and we need to focus on the light side, because we are the one making and changing and creating this new world that we are arriving into. I love you guys, and see you in my next video.